might have seen many masajid in your life, but maybe not a masjid like this. On my motorcycle journey from Colorado to Alaska, documenting masajid, there was a masjid that made me very curious. It is located in a city you've probably never heard before. It is the only masjid I'm aware of that is named after a woman. Usually masajid are named after Khadija, Aisha, Maryam, or Fatima radiallahu anha. But this masjid is just so unique, just like its name. Welcome to Masjid of Nasreen. But the question is, who is Nasreen?
This masjid was built in 2008 in memory of my aunt Nasreen Iqbal.
Tucked away in an unknown city of San Luis Obispo, it is a story of how Allah wanted his home to be here. A Muslim family immigrated to the United States, but San Luis Obispo wasn't where they first landed. They took a flight from Pakistan. They came to Florida, and Allah destined that they come to the most beautiful state of California. In the middle of beautiful hills, San Luis Obispo is considered one of the most beautiful small towns in America. Sister Nasreen's husband, Dr. Muzaffar Iqbal, applied for a job, and out of all the thousands of cities in America, Allah had chosen their rizq to be in San Luis Obispo.
My aunt Nasreen Iqbal and her husband, Dr. Iqbal, they came here in 1976.
When they first arrived,
And there were only 2 Muslim families in this town.
and slowly their relatives arrived, and so did other Muslims from other parts of the world. They prayed in temporary and rental spaces.
First 5 or 6 years, the Jummah prayers were held at Dr. Iqbal's house. And then there were some places they rented, like in Cal Poly campus.
The closest masajid were hundreds of miles away. They longed to have a masjid, to build a masjid, to pray in a masjid.
Their intent was always to build a masjid, but it took many years and a lot of effort by some great people in this community.
The biggest question that I'm sure a lot of people, whenever they hear the name Mosque of Nasreen,
Yes.
is that who is Nasreen and why is this mosque named after her?
I was really close to her. I believe this masjid reflects who she was. You know, this masjid is beautiful, it's elegant, it has class. People feel spiritual. So all these qualities existed in her. She was only 55 when she died, but whoever knew her, she still remains alive in their hearts, the personality she had.
MashaAllah. So she was a very important member of this Muslim community here.
Yes, in our family and in this community.
Sister Nasreen was the pioneer who spearheaded the dream of having the first masjid in San Luis Obispo, California.
Many years ago, even till the 90s, she would host the entire community on the weekends for iftar. She would make food for 30, 40 people just by herself. There's a lot that she did for a lot of people. So when I see this place, it's brought a lot of people together. People from all different maktaba, fikr, school of thought, they all come and pray here. There's never been an issue here. You can say it reflects how she was or how she would have wanted this place to be or function.
And the family and community rallied behind her.
Tell us more about her life.
She was my dad's older sister. They come from a family of very spiritual people. Sufism played a big role. She knew a lot of poetry. She spoke Farsi as well, my dad as well. As a kid, I grew up listening to them recite a lot of poetry in Farsi about the Prophet, peace be upon him, Maulana Rumi. So she was a devoted Muslim as a young kid. Spiritual, yes.
Subhan.
So these gifts are given, I believe, to people that are special. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't just pick anybody to play these roles. So I'm blessed to be part of that family. But her kids played a big role. Not too many people have kids who would like to walk in their parents' footsteps.
They held on to her legacy and
Yes.
took it forward, mashallah.
Yes, so the intent is to do what we can.
Allah called her back before she could see the masjid become a reality. At that moment, the family and community were saddened by her departure from this dunya and wanted to fulfill her dream even more now. The wonderful children of Sister Nasreen, Saima Iqbal, Usman Iqbal, and Umar Iqbal built the masjid, and with the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is one of the most beautiful masajid in the United States of America.
Heidi Gibson is the architect. She's an American. She did a lot of research on this masjid.
The Masjid of Nasreen harmoniously integrates Islamic architectural heritage with a contemporary aesthetic rooted in tradition. The project encompasses the fundamental elements of a traditional masjid, complete with a portal, courtyard, water feature, minaret, assembly area, and mihrab. The multifaceted structure serves a communal space for the local Muslim community, strategically designed to accommodate their needs on a long and narrow site.
This was awarded to us.
MashaAllah, this is the architect.
Yes, Heidi Gibson is the architect.
So this is a landmark in the city of San Luis Obispo because of its beauty and unique. Subhanallah.
Comprising a masjid and 2 studio apartments on separate levels. With parking facilities at ground level, the property embodies a thoughtful blend of functionality and cultural richness. Beyond its functional aspects, the Masjid of Nasreen stands as a cultural landmark, introducing a new dimension to the residential neighborhood in which it resides. In seamlessly marrying tradition with contemporary design, the project not only serves its practical purpose, but also contributes to the architectural tapestry of the community it serves.
The carpet came from Pakistan.
Really?
So we've tried to keep it clean because the company that used to make them, they no longer exist. Cal Poly professors over the years have played a great role in this community, in this masjid as well.
Cal Poly professors?
Yes.
That's a university here?
Yes. They still give khutbahs. One of the imams we've had here for the last 7-8 years, he's a Cal Poly professor. His name is Ahmad Daif.
MashaAllah. So this is a university town and a tourist town.
Yes. And the students also, the MSA plays a role. They're active members of this community as well.
That's amazing.
Today, Muslim students at Cal Poly and other educational institutions who are part of the Muslim Student Association take great comfort in praying and gathering at this significant home of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
And I just want to add, the students, the MSA students play a role in keeping the mosque clean as well.
That's very nice.
It's been a tradition.
This is like a small library here?
Yes. Most of these were brought from Pakistan, actually.
MashaAllah.
So some of them are in Arabic and Urdu.
The small yet tight-knit community of San Luis Obispo is full of wonderful Muslims who have nothing but love for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and commitment to being one of the nicest, kindest communities in the state of California.
The community is still growing and it's very diverse. We're very close to each other.
MashaAllah.
There's people here from at least 15 different countries.
So you had a sheikh from Data Darbar?
He's the one who encouraged me when I was a young kid to give the azan. I've been one of the muezzins here for the last 14 years.
So he came here?
Yes, he would stay with us. His name was Allama Maqsood Saab.
MashaAllah.
He was in the Khatib in Data Darbar for 23 years, and now his student is the Khatib.
What would be the message of this masjid to the wider Muslim community?
How to stay united while being diverse. It has a lot to do with what our elders, like Nasreen Iqbal, Dr. Iqbal, Faisal Kokela, Hisham, Asal, Dr. Daif, and all these people who have contributed a lot to this community. I'm just saying that the Muslim Ummah, it can be an example for many people in many different parts of the world. We have Shias, Sunnis, we're united. We've not had a single issue in the last, I've been in this city for 30 years. I came here from Pakistan when I was a young kid. For many different levels, this community and this masjid can be used as an example in many different parts of the world. Muslim. It's a reflection of my aunt, what this place represents or reflects.
May Allah grant her Jannatul Firdaus.
Yeah, inshallah. And inshallah, her ranks will keep rising. And my dad as well, inshallah.
Inshallah. Any messages for people who want to visit this masjid?
Yeah, it's open for everybody, all different sects. We don't invite the Ahmadis, but everybody else is welcome to come.
That's great.
I'm very lucky to have known her, my dad too. They were very similar to each other. They all played a role. Many people believe them to be like the best human being they've ever met, according to not me, but
their akhlaq.
Yes. My dad actually he died while making wuzu.
Subhanallah. So this is rubbed on that?
On the grill of Imam Hussain.
Karbala.
Yes.
You got it from there.
Yes.
May Allah grant our dear Sister Nasreen and all the wonderful leaders and members of this community in Jannatul Firdaus. Ameen.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadar Rasulullah. أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله